Everyone, welcome to October's newsletter. Now, most of us have been raised to focus on the accumulation of assets or the saving of money. As the population ages, there's actually this interesting shift in focus on decumulation. Now, decumulation is an actual word, and it refers to the deaccumulation of assets in order to maintain your quality of life in retirement. It's actually more complex than accumulation. Now, if you think about it, during the accumulation phase, you're basically putting away as much as you can, so you're saving and investing efficiently over a period of time. Now, it's simple, not easy, again, but fairly simple. When you get to the decumulating stage, there are a number of other things to consider. For example, when to set up long-term income sources, such as CPP or your pension or other pensions. Positioning and tax efficiently drawing down taxable, tax deferred, and tax exempt assets, all while maintaining required minimum contributions against marginal tax rates. Covering healthcare costs, that becomes a fairly substantial cost. Deciding whether you will need to tap into other sources of wealth, such as your home equity. Managing the various risks that you have no control over, such as market risk and longevity or health risk. Also, and lastly, efficiently passing on assets to the next generation. Things to consider when planning for decumulation. Get mentally prepared to shift from saving to spending down your assets. This is a hard one. Now, everyone comes into the office and jokes around about spending all of their money and not leaving anything for their children, but that's actually easier said than done. It's psychologically hard for savers to become spenders. You do need to give this some thought, as you may run the risk of not enjoying all of your hard-earned saving and investments. Document your spending. Think about building a budget. This will help with your day-to-day. Simplify your life. If you have multiple accounts at various institutions, consider consolidating and perhaps also think about getting rid of the stuff in your life that no longer sparks joy. Turn on lifetime income. So decide when to begin collecting CPP or whether or not it makes sense to defer OAS. You're now able to just defer OAS. Set up your investments in a way that make you confident. This is another very important one. Think of how to reduce market volatility and sequence of returns. As I'm sure you've heard me discuss the concept of my income wedge, where I typically set aside 2 years of income in essentially a zero risk investment. Whether it be a high interest savings account or a cash account, and leaving a balance of your portfolio invested in the market, which allows it to grow. So it gets rid of that longevity risk, but you still have the security of 2 years of income. So, very interesting topic. I'm sure we're going to discuss more of it throughout the years, but if you'd like to discuss more, or if you have any comments, please feel free to get in touch, and would love to continue the conversation with you. Bye-bye for now.